Hey guys, my name is Slayyyter. I'm on tour right now in Australia and also performing at the Groovin The Moo Festival. I'm having a great time.
Beautiful, man. Thanks for joining us this afternoon.
Awesome. Yeah. Thank you for having me.
My pleasure. So you say you were currently in Australia on a headlining run of shows, and you're two down and two to go with shows coming up in Brisbane on Wednesday, May the 3rd, and Perth on Friday, May the 5th. So how's the show's been going so far?
Awesome. I feel like it's really fun to just bring the live show. The fans down here, and I feel like I don't know, the crowds are just incredible. It's always like a lot of energy and it's been really fun. And yeah, I love it down here. So it's my second trip. So I've been having a lot of fun just like exploring and meeting with people outside of the show and getting to see all these like familiar faces on Twitter that I always see. And it's been awesome.
Oh, so tell us a bit more about your live show and what people can expect when they come along.
It's pretty much just like a big like rave almost. Like I definitely do a mix of songs that my DJ kind of mixes into the set and then my own stuff. It's not just my music. Like we kind of have interludes that like electronic music that I really love. So it's kind of just like really high energy. It feels like a nightclub. It's yeah, not a lot of slow moments. It's definitely go, go, go the whole time.
Oh, as you say, you're also part of the traveling Groovin The Moo Festival, which features Amy Shark, The Chats, Fatboy Slim, Hilltop Hoods, Slowly Slowly, and heaps more. So how's that experience been so far?
It's been awesome. It's been awesome. I feel like the lineup is really great this year. It's also, the festivals are always in kind of different areas of Australia, like maybe the more rural areas that I feel like you wouldn't traditionally tour to normally. So it's nice to kind of see like all different parts. And yeah, I feel like the kids get really rowdy because like they're waiting for live music all year. So it's really fun.
Have you had much of a chance to check out any of the other bands yet? Like, is there anyone that sort of surprised you that coming in you weren't sure if you'd like or not?
There's an Australian punk band called the Chats that I got to see kind of from a distance as we were like walking up the other like at the last one in Canberra, and they're like incredible. I love their music, love their sound. So yeah, I was glad that I got to catch a little set, but they're really cool.
So effectively, like you're getting the best of both worlds here, mate. Like you're doing an outdoor festival plus a headlining club tour at the same time. So which do you prefer to play, like the bigger outdoor stages or the more intimate club ones?
I don't know. It's tough to pick between the two. I feel like both definitely serve their kind of own like purpose. I feel like festival sets are different just because you're kind of like winning over a crowd because not everyone there knows you or is there for you. So it's kind of more, it's fun sometimes to like win over people that might not be familiar with my music. But the club sets definitely, I mean, like the energy is just like unmatched. It gets like so electric playing in those spaces with just like me and my fans. And it's, yeah. So I feel like I love both so much, but I don't know. I feel like the club vibe can definitely, leaves you feeling like buzzing after the show.
Yeah. So along those lines, like you mentioned that like at festivals, you might be playing to people that haven't heard you before or mightn't like you or anything like that. So from your vantage point on stage, like do you ever sort of look out and see people that you know aren't really getting into your music and like make it a mission to have them like you by the end?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I feel like straight guys, that's like my audience is mostly queer. So whenever I see like a straight guy who's not feeling it, I'll work twice as hard to make him like sing along and to be feeling it. So yeah.
Well, I'll make sure if I ever see one of your shows that I look like I'm enjoying myself, no matter what, then so you don't pick on me.
Yeah, there you go.
So in an interview last week before you came out here, you said that you were going to be debuting some new songs live. So have you ended up doing that?
Yeah, I played a couple tracks from my album last night actually. Yeah, overall, even at Groovin The Moo, I've kind of been teasing some stuff. I have an album that's probably going to come out later this year that I've been working on. It's pretty much done. But yeah, it's been cool to see the response. Obviously, when you play unreleased music, people don't know the words, so like there can be a bit of an awkward disconnect. But I feel like the fans have been really loving it, and the songs have been going off, like even though no one knows them yet. So that's always a good sign.
It is. And this is a bit more of a hypothetical question, mate. Like you say that the album's almost finished, but you're playing some of these songs live for the first time. So just say if you play a couple and they just don't go down well at all, like would you sort of go back and scrub them from the album and work on something different, or would you sort of still persist with it?
I feel like instead of, I think the album it's kind of set in stone at this point, but maybe earlier on, like if like certain things didn't head off.
Tell us a bit more about the new album, mate. Is it like what people would expect from you, or are you throwing in a few different things there?
I mean, honestly, it's super different. I feel like it's a more mature, like fully polished pop project. I feel like in the past I've um not really stuck to one genre all the way through with a project. Like my last album was kind of a different blend of things, and then same with my first. But this is like just pure pop all the way through. I feel like the production is really clean. There's a lot of like interesting production choices that I just feel kind of elevate me as an artist. It's not so, I wouldn't even call it hyper pop. I feel like everyone has pinholed me into like the hyper pop space, but it's so different than that. So I'm excited for people to hear.
I was reading through your press release before this, and it describes your music. It says it draws from Y2K gloss, new metal, and cheerleader chants. Like I know what the first two are, but how do you draw from a cheerleader chant?
There's like a special stack I do for vocals. It's like it's like one take where I'm like kind of yelling, one take where I'm kind of monotone, and then one take where I speak in like a baby voice. That's like
Okay.
the Slayyter recipe, I guess. But yeah, I guess like when you stack those all together, it kind of does sound like cheerleaders like being like la, 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 like saying something sassy. So
It's so
I
cool.
guess that's what that is. Yeah.
That's so cool. And I've got to say, I love your performing name of Slayyter, like being Heavy Mag, of course we do, but it jumped at me the first time I saw it. But I've got to ask, like, when you first came up with it, why did you stop at three Ys in the name? Like, is there a significance to having three Ys, or does it just look good?
Yeah. Okay. So I actually got the name from the movie Dazed and Confused. I don't know if you've ever seen that movie, but it's like directed by Richard Linklater. It's like the 1970s, like uh, it's like from the 90s, but it's like a 70s kind of like movie about like high schoolers. Like it's like a coming of age movie. And there's this stoner character named Slayyter. And it was just Slater. And I always thought he was so cute. And I like loved that name. So I took it. And then Slater was taken. So I added Y's because I could get all the username handles like on Twitter and Instagram and stuff. So that's why there's so many Y's. But yeah, it was just so I could have like, yeah, so it's not like Slater official. Like it's just Slayyter.
Well, I was actually reading it as a play on Slayer, which is when I first saw it, it's like Slayer with three Ys, which was so cool. But that's good.
Yeah, definitely. Love Slayer too, though. So, shout out to them because I guess it could be like a double meaning.
Well, it made me open the email when I saw it there anyway, so it's had at least one bit of good.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, so what's next for you after this tour?
I am going to go back to LA, shoot some more visuals for the upcoming album that I have. And yeah, I think I'm just going to go into album mode and hopefully get some more tours in the books and stuff for like next year, this year. And yeah, festival season's coming up. So excited for all of that. But yeah, just going to go back to making music and doing my thing.
Beautiful. Well, thanks very much for your time today. I know you're busy on tour. Your tour hasn't finished yet. You're in Brisbane on May the 3rd, Perth on May the 5th, plus Groovin The Moo. So check out all those dates online. But only come along and check it out on Wednesday in Brisbane and have a look. So I'll wave it. I'll make sure I look like I'm having fun regardless, so you don't yell at me.
Yeah. Yay. Good.
All right, mate. Enjoy the rest.
Thank you for having me.
My absolute pleasure. You take care.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. You too. Bye-bye.